Welcome back. It is Madi from Get Fit Diva. How is everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel. And today I just want to come in and chit chat with you guys for a couple of minutes. I definitely have gotten a lot of questions on if it fits your macros, and I said let me just sit and kind of answer everyone's question in a quick video. So with that said, before we get into it, I'm gonna go in and say that I am not no weight loss guru. I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing my weight loss journey and what has been working for me. So with that said, how is everyone doing? And I have definitely gotten a lot of questions if it fits your macros, and I know that is a little intimidating, but it's not at all. So I definitely want you to take this in. When I started this journey 3/4 of the year, I had went to go see a nutritionist, and because I was fighting a sugar addiction. And after talking to her after a couple of sessions, she said to me, she goes, I want to introduce you to if it fits your macros. And she said, I know it sounds a little intimidating, and I know that everyone kind of classifies if it fits your macros with weightlifters. And she said, but there's more to the madness. So she asked me if I was willing, to kind of put all the stuff that I have learned in the past as far as weight loss and kind of give her a clean canvas. And I was completely okay with it. Now, a little backstory about myself. I have been on this journey going on 3 years. I have lost 138 pounds, and I have been able to maintain it off. Now, for the past year, I have dabbled within the same 10 pounds. Lost it, put it back on, lost it, put it back on. And a quick fact is that you guys know that I work out faithfully almost every single day. So your body is not only made up in the gym, because if that was the case, I would be this thin. So your weight loss is in the kitchen, pretty much. Just wanted to throw that out there. So I said to her, definitely, I'm for it. Like I said, I have been yo-yoing for the entire month for 10 pounds. So I prayed about it. I gave myself a clean canvas, and I said to myself, let's go. So she introduced me. I'm gonna be looking down because I make sure I wrote things down so I don't forget. So she started me off by definitely saying, clear your mind, forget about everything that you think you know about weight loss, and just focus on this new subject that we're talking about. So she explained to me that there's 2 apps that she recommends, and it's either MyFitnessPal or MyNetDiary. Now, I had in the past used MyFitnessPal, and that's how I tracked my calories, and that's how I lost a good chunk of the 100 pounds. So I said to her, I know how, MyFitnessPal worked. I have used it before. So she said to me, great. So she goes, please look into MyNetDiary, download it, and just kind of start fresh with this new app. I looked into it, fell in love with the app almost immediately. And I have a small video on MyNetDiary, but it's a great app. I won't get into that. But it tracks your macros and everything else. Now, both apps are completely the same as far as the numbers that it's going to give you to follow if it fits your macros. That was one of the questions that I received. Both have the same, kind of equation to the madness. So when you go in, it's going to ask you your age, your height, how active you are, and how much weight you want to lose. Depending on your personal self and what you want to do and where you want to take your journey, it's going to give you a calorie number. Now, that calorie number is going to be broken down into carbs, proteins, and fat. Now, if you're counting just calories, then those 3 key components are not going to matter. And that's the difference between calorie counting and it fits your macros. That was another question that was asked. If it fits your macros, you're going to keep your eye out on your carb intake, your fat, and your protein. Now you guys know that the reason why I went to her because of a sugar addiction. So I have also added sugar and fiber into what I track. Now both apps let you track more than just those three components, which is great. I find that with me at sugar, I do no more than 50 grams of sugar a day. And I definitely try to get in at least 25 grams of fiber a day. Now, as far as the carbs, I am between 100 and 150 grams a day. And I believe my protein is like 98. And my fat, I believe, is 19, if I'm not mistaken. So I try to hit those numbers every day. Now, another question that I have gotten is if it's a low keto diet. Absolutely not. Now, shout out to the low keto community. If they can do that, that's great and dandy. This is not what this is. If it fits your macros, it's a balance. You get everything. I believe with low keto, you can't have no more than 20 carbs a day. I'm not sure. I've never dabbled into that world. Like I said, I get between 100 and 150 carbs a day. Now, carbs are not my friend, and I don't dare to go over 150 grams of carbs a day. And it has definitely been working. So the theory of you can't have carbs really doesn't exist. You just have to have a balance. When I first started tracking, she had me track just my regular week. I was consuming at least close to 3,000 carbs a day. Now, for the fruit lovers, fruits have carbs. Bananas are very high in carbs. Grapes have carbs. I mean, all the fruits have carbs and sugar. Now, you have to be mindful of that. I come from Weight Watchers where fruits are 0 points. Vegetables are 0 points. They all have carbs. They all have nutrients in it. So it has definitely been an experience because I would think twice about having that banana because you want to eat food. So it's definitely, it changes your world completely. Now, one thing that she said is, you definitely want to get at least, your 2 servings of fruit a day. She said, but be very careful how you do it. Make sure you measure it out, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know in the morning, I love my protein shake. I love to have my peanut butter with my thin sliced, bread. And I have 26 grams of a banana. Like, I don't play. I measure. I have it. It's just knowing your portion control. That's another question that was asked. Do you have to weigh and measure everything? Absolutely, yes. The only way, if it fits your macros, is going to work if you're honest and true. So you're definitely going to need a scale. You're going to need measuring cups and measuring spoons. That is a must. You'd have to read those labels. If the label says it's 1/4 of a cup, it's 1/4 of a cup. And you literally have to sit there and pour out the 1/4 of a cup. The same thing with, ice cream. I love the Edie's mint chocolate chip ice cream. It's a 1/2 cup. It's a 1/2 cup. And I will literally take the cup, 1/2 cup, and I pour it in there. And then I pour it into another cup if I want. And half the time I just use the same cup and just eat it out of there. But it's so important to measure things if you're going to decide to follow, if it fits your macros. That is like the key component to the madness in a one way form or another. Now, cheat days. I don't believe in cheat days. And my nutritionist was definitely very, very much against it. She doesn't believe in cheat days, and I feel the same way she does. If it fits your macros, it's so open that if you feel like getting up and having a burger or pizza, which I have faithfully every Wednesday, then you have it and you track it and you move on. And this is why it's a lifestyle change. If you want cookies and if you want ice cream, whatever it is that you want, you fit it within your macros and you enjoy. And it has definitely helped me so much. A little TMI, this is Shark Week for me. If you guys go back into my videos and you guys see what my Shark Week looked like, it was a disaster. I haven't binged. I don't feel hungry. I don't feel deprived. I want something salty. I have my chips. And if I want chocolate, I'll have a Reese's. I don't deprive myself. And this is why, for me, if it fits your macros, it's so doable. As long as it fits your macros, it works. Now, you guys know that I also carry a low sodium diet. So I mind my sodium, and both apps also track your sodium. And these are all key components that will really hinder your weight loss journey. If you're having like a lot of salty things, even though it fits within your points or whatever lifestyle you're doing, you're gonna retain water because naturally this is what salt does. So that's something to also keep in mind, so I love the fact that I see everything that I'm doing. I see my fats, my carbs, my protein, my fiber, my sodium, my sugar. It's balanced, and that's why I really, really enjoy it. It's just a complete balance. I don't feel deprived whatsoever. Now, you asked if exercise is involved, because I know that some of you do use your Fitbit points or your activity points, which is completely fine. Both apps, they track how they track your steps, your exercise, and they will give you some calories that you're able to eat after exercising. Now, if you burn 500 active calories, they're not going to allow you to eat 500 calories. That's not how that works. They give you a portion back that you're able to eat. Like with me, I get 1400 automatically calories, and then how they decide to divide it. And if I use yesterday's, for instance, I had a great workout. I burned over 700 active calories, and it gave me back like 400. Now, I know that once I have an active workout day, 1400 calories for me is not enough. So I let myself have 1700 calories. And the beautiful part about tracking what you're doing is that everything's there in black and white. Like, there's no guessing how many I have left, how many have I consumed. Everything's there in black and white. And both apps, MyFitnessPal and MyNetDiary, do a great job of tracking. I just like my NetDiary because of the extra little features that it has. It's almost like having someone with you there all the time. The app is more, what's the word I'm looking for? It definitely sits and it's there with you, throughout the day. So it's really nice. And I think that's it. Hopefully I kind of covered everything. Yep, I think I did. So if I missed a question, if you guys want to ask me, feel more than free, to comment down below. I'm sorry that this kind of a lengthy video, but I definitely wanted to come in and kind of just share, the the Q&A questions that kind of just happened. But if you guys have any, more questions that you want to ask me, you're more than welcome to. I am definitely enjoying this journey. It is definitely my third week on it, back on it, because I did it before for a whole month and I successfully lost 10 pounds. And I maintained it off. So it's a beautiful thing. So definitely on my way. So with that said, I'll leave it here. I try to keep it, as simple as possible. Don't let the, if it fits your macros, kind of intimidate you, because the fitness world uses it, and you see how beautiful their body is structured and cut out. And if that's not enough to get you going, I don't know what is. So with that said, I hope everyone has an amazing day. God bless. Stay in it. We've definitely come too far to go back. Bye.